No one predicted that morning would become a turning point that shook not only the lives of two BTS members, but also millions of fans around the world. Amid the strict military training routine and tight protection from public exposure, shocking news leaked from the 5th Infantry Division. Park Jimin suffered a serious injury. Not a minor injury as commonly happens in physical training. This was something much bigger, deeper, and more concerning. The question: how severe is Jimin's condition? And why did Jungkook, who is usually calm, feel the need to speak up? The incident occurred during an endurance run on a notoriously rough terrain. Military eyewitnesses stated that Jimin suddenly collapsed with an unusual expression of pain. Trainers immediately stopped the exercise. The atmosphere turned tense. A few moments later, Jungkook, who was running behind him, jumped straight to his side. His face was pale, eyes watery. He called for the medic with a worried tone, a highly uncharacteristic reaction from Jungkook, someone long known as a pillar of calm. Within hours, rumors began to spread widely. Why was training halted completely? Why was Jimin immediately moved to a special military clinic instead of a regular medical room? Why was there no official statement from the military or Bigot Music? These questions turned into a storm of speculation sweeping social media, TikTok, Twitter, and ARMY community forums. Jungkook initially chose to remain silent. But the unrelenting pressure from media, fans, and internal communities left him with no choice. In a brief post-incident interaction, he said, "Jimin is okay. Please trust us." That simple sentence only opened more room for interpretation. If he's truly okay, why did his statement sound so tense and emotional? Unofficial reports from inside the camp stated that Jimin's injury was more than just bruises or a sprain. There were suspicions of serious muscle or joint damage due to overtraining, excessive exercise without enough rest. A few weeks before the incident, Jimin was reported to have shown signs of extreme fatigue, but chose to attend every session to maintain the team's spirit. A decision that, now, may come at a high cost. That night after the incident, the atmosphere in the barracks changed drastically. Jungkook shut himself off. He was even reported to have locked himself in his room, refusing to join social activities. Some soldiers admitted to overhearing a serious-toned private discussion between Jungkook and a high-ranking officer. Was he fighting for medical protection for his friend? Or was he seeking help so that Jimin wouldn't be penalized for exceeding his physical limits? The following days were filled with confusion. Jimin was nowhere to be seen in the training area. The military issued only a standard statement. In recovery period. No details. No clarity. This fueled wild theories, from early medical discharge, extended military service, to the possibility that Jimin won't be able to return to the stage anytime soon. And the growing pressure. Public focus turned to one thing: the emotional bond between Jungkook and Jimin. Everyone knows they are more than just colleagues. They are brothers. They are family. So when Jimin got hurt, it was natural for Jungkook to take a protective role. Unofficial reports said that even with restricted access to the medical room, Jungkook personally asked for permission every night to visit Jimin, even if only briefly. No cameras, no live streams. Just quiet conversations, occasional soft laughter, and long, heavy silences. Yet, mystery remains. Is Jimin hiding a more serious condition? Or is he deliberately delaying the announcement of his true condition to protect the group's image? In the entertainment industry, image is everything. It's not an exaggeration to say that BTS is more than a music group. They are a national symbol of South Korea. So every narrative involving them, including a health crisis, may not be entirely organic. This is the moment where we, as news consumers and fans, must pause and ask, how much of this information has truly been verified? Most of this news comes from low-quality TikTok videos, speculative tweets, and long vlogs full of theories. No official confirmation from Bigot. No medical documentation. No post-incident photo of Jimin. So, Are we trapped in a narrative shaped by perception, not facts? Another deeper question arises. Who benefits from all this? The fans? The media? Or certain parties invested in maintaining BTS's presence in the public space, even while the members are in military hiatus? Popularity is a costly currency in entertainment. And in situations like this, mass sympathy can become a very powerful commodity. Still, we can't ignore the possibility that this incident is indeed real and serious. If Jimin truly requires long-term care, he may have to skip the next phases of military duty. This could mean a long recovery, perhaps even early discharge with major consequences for his career and for the highly anticipated BTS comeback plans. In the end, one sentence from Jungkook in a limited interview days after the incident may sum it all up. With a heavy voice and misty eyes, he said, "We are family. Whatever happens, I'll always be by Jimin's side." That statement not only shows affection, but also reflects the emotional burden he's carrying. Now, the whole world waits with bated breath. Will Jimin recover and come back stronger? Or is this the toughest chapter in BTS's journey? Did Park Jimin really suffer a serious injury during military service? Was Jungkook's emotional reaction a reflection of a real incident, or part of a carefully crafted scenario to stir public sympathy? These questions aren't mere empty speculation. They are an urgent call for all of us to pause and reassess what we accept as truth. Let's take a deep breath and reflect. In a world where every second of a celebrity's life becomes public commodity, is it still possible to distinguish reality from illusion, neatly wrapped? To this day, not a single official statement from the South Korean military has explicitly confirmed that Jimin suffered a serious injury. No visual documentation, no press conference, and most suspiciously, no transparent medical clarity. Why shouldn't transparency be standard, given Jimin's status as a global public figure? Or is the silence of official institutions part of a quietly maintained strategy to build a dramatic narrative behind the scenes? Let's look deeper. Jungkook, known to be very private, reportedly showed excessive emotional reaction, even having to issue a short statement that raised more questions than answers. Why is this time different? Why did Jungkook seem forced to speak? Does he truly care, or is he involved in a larger narrative that we don't know about? Our sources: low-quality TikTok videos, assumption-laden Twitter threads, speculative YouTube vlogs, and video snippets that can easily be edited, manipulated, and repackaged into instant drama. Are we really ready to accept such information as fact? In today's digital era, sensation is currency. And make no mistake, BTS is not just a music group. They are a brand, a national asset, and a global symbol. Every narrative about them holds commercial value. So we must ask, who profits from the emergence of stories about Jimin falling, Jungkook crying, and the military staying silent? The media? The agency? Or even the fan community itself, unknowingly prolonging this narrative through likes and shares? Is this merely a strategy to keep BTS trending during their hiatus from entertainment? Wouldn't it be stranger if there were no news about them during military service? The entertainment world needs stories, and sometimes the best stories are those written without facts, only fueled by emotion. Are we truly witnessing a tragedy? Or are we merely consuming a drama carefully crafted by unseen hands who understand that public curiosity and empathy are the most powerful tools of propaganda? Now we return this question to you. Do you truly believe this event is real? Or has your heart begun to doubt? Do you realize that perhaps we are being played in a long script meant to maintain BTS's relevance during their hiatus? Isn't it easier to capture public attention with a narrative of sadness and sacrifice, rather than silence?